What's going on, Junkie Nation? Gorgeous George and Goes catching up with Steve Garcia, the owner of 5 straight KO finishes, which is a record, by the way. Well, it's the longest running KO streak right now, ahead of Tom Aspinall and Alex Pereira. Very impressive, Steve. You're in fine company there. I think you got Aspinall by 2 and Pereira by 1.
Yeah, it's something like that. And I don't know, I think I'm tied for like third or fourth in history. So I'm trying to extend that as far as possible.
I don't get why someone who is as exciting as you, who's on a roll like you, is on a fight night and not a numbered fight. I went back and looked. You've only done it one time. The rest have been fight nights. At least you're in front of fans this time. But does that bother you?
A little bit. Some people just have that push from the UFC. I'm not saying the UFC is bad to me or anything like that. I just feel like other people, get that privilege, and I'm not one of them. But ultimately, they pay me to do a service. My service is to go out there and entertain the fans with an amazing fight, and I train my butt off to make sure that I do just that, and always try to put myself in contention for that performance of the night bonus, and that's how I pay my bills, man. That's what we do.
And we can vouch for that. Before the interview started, he explained to us that he's going to go to his meal prep, a healthy lunch because practice is over. No breakfast burritos, no Chipotle. So even over a month out, Steve Garcia's already tightened the screws. Are these the heaviest and hardest practices about a month out before you start tapering down?
Yeah, they're typically the hardest ones, and then especially when you're like me, who so when I fought back to back, I went on a vacation. I enjoyed myself for a little bit. It was a little dangerous because I really enjoyed it, just a little time off, and you put on some size, you put on some weight and stuff. So now you got to work extra hard, which is something I have no problem doing. But yeah, you definitely have to grind on top of camp life, just because you got to get the weight off. You got to make sure that you're in the best shape possible, especially fighting someone like Barboza or anybody of that nature, and expect to perform the way that I expect to perform. So yeah, man, we're in the thick of it.
All right. So I won't ask you any more of the typical questions. Those probably get boring. So tell us, what goes in that breakfast burrito? Let's torture you a little.
It depends on what I'm feeling, really. I really love so we have a couple good
But then
spots.
you have to drive through. How can we help you,
If,
sir?
if
Welcome
we,
to Albuquerque fast food. How can I help you?
Typically, if I want just the most tastiest burrito right now, for me it would be, I'd go to Blake's Lotta Burger, which I don't know if we have it at this anywhere else, but that's pretty notorious here in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah,
And I'd
Blake's
probably
is
get
what?
me. Yeah, have you guys eaten there? Have you tried that?
No.
Mm-mm.
Blake's Lotta Burger, you said? Or what a burger?
Mm-hmm. No,
Okay.
it's Lotta Burger. Yeah.
All right. So you're there, and
So
what's the order?
I'm there. I'm just gonna get me breakfast burrito. It's probably gonna have crispy hash browns. It'll probably have extra bacon in it. I like to
That's
have extra red chili in it, and then it has eggs and cheese and stuff. Um, that's usually what I like to do. If I'm eating it a little bit later on, and I don't have to worry about training or my weight or anything like that, probably give me a side of fries, Coke Zero. That all sounds pretty good to me.
And if you were
But
building it yourself, how many eggs do you throw in there?
probably three. Yeah, I don't get carried away. Probably three. I don't
Three's
like it
good, right?
to yeah, I like a good balance in there. If I'm gonna have anything that's overwhelming, it's gonna be bacon. I can't go wrong with bacon.
Hell no, exactly. All right,
Yeah,
I love it. That's pretty good stuff
yeah.
right there. Look, I didn't want to get you down. I'm just telling you what I think you deserve. These numbered events. I'd like to see you, for example, in LA. That's our hometown. We're in Vegas now, but I
Oh,
would have loved to
nice.
see you in LA as the opening bout. The old matchmaker, Joe Silva, used to love to put lightweights, featherweights to start the show, the pay-per-view. I would
Yeah,
have loved to see you there. But hey, look, the Seattle show ain't bad either. Have you taken a look? You're in pretty fine company. They built that card out pretty nice.
yeah, man. It's kind of like an honor. I feel like in certain ways, I do feel like I get my respect because to be in the midst of some of those guys, I do feel like you know. Hold on one second, guys. I have my good friend. I don't know if you guys remember this guy, Diego Brandao.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
of
I
course.
remember him.
What's up,
We remember
man?
Diego
So
How
Brandao.
you doing?
Good training, working hard.
Are you
Nice.
going to be in the GFL?
Yeah, soon. I hope so. We actually been talking about it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I see a
So,
lot of veterans going to GFL, so maybe we'll see you
so
there.
I'll see you guys soon. I've been a long time. I don't Fight America. Have a good surprise.
All right,
Nice.
sounds
We love
good.
it.
that's
Thank
fun
you.
for everybody.
For go eat for free.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Nah, no
No
problem.
worries. Yeah, he was a good guy. I think he was on the reality show, and he was a hard hitter for his size, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won the Ultimate Fighter. Yeah, no,
Mm.
he has some good wins in the UFC and stuff. Ran into some trouble at a young age and stuff, but other than that, man, he's turned his life around. He's he's in a good he's in a good spot. So I'm happy for him.
All
But I'm
right.
sorry, what were you guys talking
Oh, well,
about?
you were just telling us you're in fine company. They got Cruz versus Font, Cejudo
Okay.
versus Yadong, Macy Chasson, I think, battles Ketlin Vera. Those are top bantamweights there with the female bantamweight division.
Yeah.
Of course, your fight versus Edson Barboza. That's got fireworks written all over it. And old Brendan Allen, fellow Chipotle fan, he fights Fluffy, bro. That's a good fight. Fluffy's legit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, honestly, I'm excited to be part of it. Even so, I've always looked up to Dominic Cruz. That's I really, really at a young age, I watched him a lot. If you go back and watch a lot of my older fights in Bellator, I mimicked a lot of his stuff, um, mainly because like when I trained here at Jackson's, we didn't have like weight classes like how we do now, where we just had one big joint class, you know what I mean? And everybody was just bigger than me. So his style, watching it allowed me to be a little bit more elusive and I call it hit and run. You know what I mean? I hit him and then I'm out, I'm gone. But now we've been able to separate the divisions and stuff like that, and now we have a lightweight sparring and classes, and then we have heavyweight. And so I was really able. It opened up my eyes to be able to really like understand that like as I got bigger, I didn't always have to be running away. I could actually be putting, my shots together going forward and stuff like that. So it definitely allowed me to change and open up my eyes. And Wink was, really strong about it. So, anyways, going back to the card, to be with, the companies of like, the guys you were talking about, Henry Cejudo, former champion, the Triple C. And then you got, Dominic Cruz, and you got even Song Yadong. I've trained with him. He's such a good dude. When they were doing the Ultimate Fighter, they came down, they trained with us for a good while. So good company, good people, great fighters. Yeah, man, honestly, Seattle's going to be it's going to be a fun event, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Hey, Steve. So when they announced your fight, the first thing I thought, and I imagine fans thought the same thing, was this fight could be absolute chaos. Like both of you guys hit so hard and you're so pinpoint with what you guys do. But I guess my question for you is game plan wise, I know you can't give it away, but like,
Yeah.
how do you control the chaos? Like some fighters, they say they have this game plan, and the second they get a shot or something, everything just flips. And we've heard that a lot about Edson Barboza. How do you kind of stick to the game plan, or do you invite the chaos?
Yeah, sometimes you don't need to control the chaos. You gotta thrive in it. Um, I feel like, especially in my fights, that's where I feel like I've been the most successful. You know what I mean? The moment that chaos happens, that's where I seem to find my best shots. Um, and I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen in September in Seattle. I'm sorry. And, I think, Edson's notorious for welcoming a good striking match. And, this is MMA, so we get, it can go up and down. It doesn't matter. But I think, at least in my eyes, let's give the fans what they want to see, and let's go for it.
You've definitely made your mark, but do you feel like, along with making your mark, has the respect come? Do you feel like the secret is out now? People know who you are, and they're preparing for you, or do you think you're still maybe a little under the radar for them?
Yeah, I'm definitely under the radar. I don't feel like I get the respect that I like to think that I probably deserve, but that's at each person's opinion. I read articles. People don't think I'm championship quality. People don't think that I'm, ranked quality. I don't know. They can think what they want to think. I mean, I've every single win in my UFC career is a finish. You know what I mean? I'm not barely skating by. I'm not barely getting wins. I've been finishing all my opposition. So what is that? I have 6 knockouts. I have 6 knockouts in the UFC, six wins, and if you want to include the contender series, it's 7. You know what I mean? I don't know how many people really can say that they've been able to do that, and then 5 of them being back to back. But ultimately, like I said, they pay me to do a job, and pretty much they put bounties on these guys' heads, and I go out there and I just turn the bounty, man. But I don't like the judges to be involved because then I have to freaking worry about someone else's opinion, because I don't feel like I get a lot of opinions my way that are very good, that can decide whether I make 2 checks or I make 1 check. So I try everything to take it out of their hands.
Man, I love that bounty hunter.
Me
That'd be
too.
cool if you came
Me
out with that
too.
mask. At Junkie, at MMA Junkie, we did give you your respect. Your name got thrown out there, and we definitely, when we saw it, we were like, yeah, this got to go to him. But I do want
I
to ask you
appreciate
one
it.
last question on my end. Is there anybody that we don't know about that has kind of affected your life, your fighting career, a fellow fighter, or someone that just maybe a light bulb clicked when they said something, or just training with them that's kind of changed you a little bit?
Everybody here at the gym has really done that, made an impact in my life. Like a lot of the fighters here at Jackson Wink, they all impacted my life at some point. Um, and I've been training here for a long time. A lot of them are retired, or they're just kind of just on their way out. And they pretty much, I feel like they pass the torch to me a little bit. Um, and I've had several words. I've had words with John. I've had words with Holly and Michelle and John, and or not John Dotson, and like you see Diego. You know what I mean? And these guys are still come around. Carlos and all these guys have impacted my life. I still feel like the biggest impact have been the belief that Wink and Greg have in me, and those are 2 dudes I don't want to let down. You know what I mean? They invest a lot of time into me. Um, win or lose, they're there for me, and they just want to see me succeed. And I'm grateful for that for them. You know, um, Also, I feel like I've been able to be surrounded by such good people, but my circle right now is still just small because when you're winning, everybody's on your coattail, everybody's happy, everybody's you're the best in the world and all that stuff like that. And then the moment that you lose, bro, it just crickets, and then everybody scatters like roaches, and they don't, then you suck. You know what I mean? You're not good. Um, so I make sure I keep my circle small, and it's mainly just like close relatives. My wife being like a big reason why I probably got here to the UFC. She's had my back in ways that probably most people wouldn't. On top of all her responsibilities, and my father and my brother, and these are all people I keep close to me. And then I have like a very few select friends that I've had for a very long time, that they just want to see me win at all costs. They don't care if I even paid them a dime, a nickel, nothing. They just want to see me win. And those are the people you gotta have around. And I feel like as long as you have like a good support core, and you find a good, I guess, groove with those people. It's not always about letting people or trying to prove people wrong. It's about proving the people that like have been around you right. So that's pretty much what I got to say as far as like along those lines. But there's been several people. There's too many to really say that have made this huge impact on my life. I just needed opportunities to go out and show what I can do. My management has allowed me to do that, and the UFC is just um, been the platform that I've been able to go and fight for, and hopefully the fans are still enjoying it. I feel like I was kind of tucked away at the apex for a minute, but I got comfortable there. You know what I mean? I think I'm undefeated there, so I'm not gonna hate on that. But I love fans. I love the energy. I think that Seattle's gonna be great.
Yeah, for sure. That is a great sports town. And I also want to say, you were talking about 7 straight. No disrespect to Chepe, but you did beat him in between contenders and then showing up for proper UFC matches. And
Yeah.
he's done so well that I think it's a quality win that you have to include. So really, you could almost say 8th Street. But if you get to 10, would you grab the mic from Rogan and say, what do you say, folks? Am I the KO machine now instead of the mean machine, or the mean KO machine? Or I feel like KO needs to be included in your nickname at some point.
I mean, hey guys, like people like you, I need you guys to help me out and fight for me, because I can say what I want, people can say what they want, and ultimately I just need that army just to keep getting bigger. And I appreciate the support that people like you guys are able to at least just like promote me in a positive way, because honestly I don't always get that. Like I said, I just wanna go out there. I want to fight my ass off. I want you guys, when Steve's on the card, I want people like, bro, like, we gotta watch it. That's it's gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? And now that I've I was a co-main event. I've been a featured fight on the main card a couple times now. I think people are kind of finally starting to see it. So yeah, man, the KO machine, the me machine, just the machine. I don't care. I'm just gonna go for it, and I want to be must see TV. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna if I'm not gonna be acting a fool. Like, that's like, if you want that out of me, like, I'm not saying I won't talk. If there's times and places for everything, but honestly, like, I'm not a clown, dude. Like, if I wanted to act a fool, I would have joined the circus. Like, I've said that before. Like, I'm not trying to make a fool out of myself. My parents didn't raise me that way. I'm here. I'm as professional as I possibly can be. And if people wanna hop on board, thank you very much. If you don't, at least you're gonna have something to root for, whether it's against me or for me. Um, but I promise you'll be entertained.
No doubt about that. Do you even worry about titles at this point? I mean, I imagine it's a long-term goal, but do you focus on it now or not consume yourself with that just yet? Like, you kind of know when you're getting there as the names start getting bigger, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I've literally just put my head to the ground and friggin' just worked, and I just try to stay present and try to still work towards the title, work in that direction. Because if you look too far ahead of yourself, you're never really like in the present, and that can kind of affect you. If I were to say that there is a title I would prefer to fight for, it'd be the BMF title. Like you said, I've been able to knock out a lot of these guys. I feel like, there's nothing against the undisputed title, but the undisputed title, you could literally win the undisputed title and you could literally win on decisions the whole entire time. You could win on submission the whole entire time. You can be great, and you can do like knockouts and stuff like that too. But I think if to have a BMF title, the meaning says it all. You know what I mean? Like, to be one of the baddest dudes, to step into a cage, to throw some, my words, chingazos, bro. You're going for it. Like, let's go. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm gonna stand here. You're gonna stand here, and we lock eyes, and we're gonna lock horns, and you know, who's gonna fall first? You know what I mean? Like, that is something that excites me. Like, there's not many things that excite me. That excites me. And so I think Max holds it. You know what I mean? And I would love a fight with Max. That would be. I'm such a huge fan of him, but my goodness, dude, like, if you want to watch something that just kind of can go off, I think that would be a good fight. So hopefully, I guess I got to keep knocking people out and prove people what I'm able to do to maybe have that opportunity or that shot. But that honestly, I think about the BMF title more than I think about the undisputed title, to be honest.
That's
made a good case for it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be a fun time, man. I really do.
And I've heard this once or twice, so I'm not 100% sure. But BMF is considered a champion, and if you win it and somehow you're in a position to defend it, like Gaethje did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gaethje won it over Poirier and defended it against Holloway. You still get pay-per-view points, so
No
the
way.
money comes
Nice.
with the belt. I know Dana was asked, and he confirmed it somehow. I just don't know that he's done it for all of them, because all these fighters have reached the point where they're already making pretty good coin. But I thought that had been thrown out, and I thought, oh man, okay, that's interesting, because that'll give some fighters maybe, you give it some thought, right? To get in a matchup like that kind of is stirring you away from the ultimate goal, which is to be an undisputed champion. But if you're doing that and then you get a title defense, I mean, it doesn't have much of a history, honestly. Masvidal didn't get a chance to defend it, but Gaethje did. I don't know if Holloway will. It didn't go up against Topuria. Topuria wanted it, to be on the line, but it wasn't. So who knows? It doesn't have much history, but it's something to maybe plead your case if your name ever comes up, in those types of discussions.
Yeah, and honestly, like we're all prize fighters. We're prize fighters.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you said, like I was saying earlier, you know what I mean? Like they put a bounty, there's a price tag on that person, and I go out there and I exchange it for money, really. And the fact of the matter is that we're not. I mean, I'm not saying we get paid terribly. I just think that like there's more money to be made in the sport, and if there's any way that we can do that, we're gonna find those avenues. It kind of sucks. We're kind of limited on the sponsorships and those types of things. So to be able to tap into maybe just more avenues, like against pay-per-view points or other cases, can't hurt us. I promise. I'm all for that.
Hopefully Blake Slaughterburger can give you some lifetime card for at least dropping their name.
Oh man, yeah.
Maybe you can get burritos for life at least, or something. Breakfast burritos for life.
Try to get that from Blake.
You acquire a bigger sponsorship deal sometime. Maybe a Monsters down the road or whatever.
No, that'd be great. Or we have a place. I don't know if you guys have it either. I think it's pretty local too. It's called Dion's, and man, their pizza is amazing. So like, which is kind of crazy because you wouldn't think that here in Albuquerque, but it's got some good pizza for sure. They're a local company, but yeah, man, I'm just trying to grow my fan base here. I mean, I have a lot of Albuquerque support. I really do. I've been fighting here for a long time. I've headlined a bunch of local shows. Even the LFA one against Chepe was, we were the headliners here, and a lot of Albuquerque people just showed out. And I try to give them what they want to see. They want to see people going at it. I'll give it to you. Just pay a ticket, man. That's all you gotta do. Buy you a ticket, and I'll make it worth your while. You know what I mean? And that's what I've had that same mentality this whole way. I try to carry this all the way into the UFC. Hopefully, I can carry it all the way to the title and capture it. But like I said, just one thing at a time. And I think within time we can get there. I don't really plan on fighting forever. So hopefully we can get that in the next year or two.
3 things I've heard about Burke. People love the throwdown. They love their fight game. Boxing and MMA. The Mexican food is great. And the third thing is, for some reason, you can confirm or not, when you go to a gas station, someone's always asking you for money. Is that true?
Yeah, you might get a couple bonuses too. Honestly, I was at the gas station. We have a gas station right around here yesterday. I was putting gas, and I'm not even joking. This is how ridiculous it was. There was a pregnant woman trying to fight this other lady because it had something to do with a Slurpee. They were getting throw blows because I don't know if she didn't like the flavor. I don't know what happened. I walked in there and all of a sudden,
against the clerk?
I'm sorry?
It was 2 customers or customer against the clerk?
I was still trying to figure it out. I don't know because they went outside. You know what I mean? I was like, is this a worker? I don't know what it was, but I don't know. My guess probably was a worker and then someone trying to get a Slurpee. I don't know. And maybe she threw the Slurpee at the lady. I don't know, but that's what was happening. I'm like, lady, you are like, she was showing. I was like, you have to be at least 4 or 5 months pregnant at bare minimum, and you're trying to throw blows with someone over a Slurpee. You crazy? You know what I mean?
Hey, Steve, don't play though. Were you more of a peacemaker or were you like this?
Oh no, you're not gonna see me without a phone, man. Nah, you can see that. For me, it was just like this is how crazy Albuquerque is. It's just like you have these random things that happen all the time. My wife this morning, there was a little boy literally that's like almost. So we have this road's called Paseo, and it's not quite the freeway, but it is a major road to get onto the freeway. The speed limit is 65. Like it's pretty active, and there was a 8-year-old boy just kicking it, on the side road, just kicking it. I'm like, dude, I was like, Albuquerque is just like its own place, and homeless people are at every corner. I've read them all the signs. It sucks. You know what I mean?
Well, where I came with that is Cub Swanson used to be a member of Jackson Wink. And then we'd ask him, he was a good friend of ours, what's it like? And he liked it. He liked the gym, he liked the people, he liked the training, everything. He goes, but one thing that I found peculiar was when you go to a gas station, and that happens here in Vegas, someone every once in a while go, hey, man, you got $1. Whether it's a roost, you know, they got the can, I really ran out, or I'm just trying to bum $1. But Cub says it would happen almost every time. And sometimes it was really well-dressed people, not even like a bum or a homeless person, just a well-dressed person going, hey, man, you got a couple $bucks. And he'd be like, you look like you're doing all right, you know, but he says it was the weirdest thing, and it always stayed with me.
Yeah. Honestly, I probably could go to the gas station and someone might ask me for money. Not going to lie.
I thought Gambler was asking you for money a second ago, but then you clarified it was him.
Yeah, no, he wanted to give me some. I got some cards. I don't know what it was, but yeah, no, I'm telling you, like I could just probably just go to a gas station and someone will try to bug you for money.
You give him $1, you tell him to buzz off.
It depends. Like if I'm in a hurry, maybe because I've had it 2 ways where like I'll give them money and they just want to stay talking, and I'm like, my man, like I gotta go to practice, I gotta go with my kids, like I got things to do, like God bless you, like I wish I had more I can give you. And then I've had some where they're like they're cussing me out because I don't have money. I'm like, you don't have money either, why are you getting mad at me? We're in the same boat here, but not many people carry on cash anymore. You know what I mean? So it's kind of tough to do to help people out like that. But I've never once denied someone food. Like I will always buy someone food. Like 100%. Like I went to Chipotle. Yeah, I'll go to Chipotle. Hey, can you give me something? One thing that kind of bugged me, I did have this happen one time. He asked me to get him some food. And I was like, sure. I was like, what do you like? And he's like, anything. I was like, all right, I'm just getting what I'm getting. And I got him it was like a burrito. And so I came back and homeboy was asking other people for more food. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to help you out here. Just at least like, if you're going to do it, like, let me feed you and then ask more people for things. Like, don't do it in front of me. You know what I mean? But yeah,
I thought you were going to say, he said, hey, where's the chips?
I know, probably not. No, dude. It's wild around here. Like I've had, dude, a number of freaking stories for stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, yeah. If you ask me for food, I will literally go buy you food. I have no problem buying you food. I know everybody deserves to eat. So maybe not at your table, but everybody deserves to eat.
That's legit. Props to you, man. Hey, congrats again on the Under the Radar Fighter of the Year award you won for MMA Junkie. It's tough to define that because under the radar in terms of that superstardom, perhaps. But hey, most hardcore fans know who Steve Garcia is, the role that you won. So in 2025, I hope you get a Fighter of the Year or a Knockout of the Year or something like that. But congrats on the one you did get on behalf of MMA Junkie.
Well, thank you guys. I take what I can get. So thank you very much. I appreciate the push, and we're still climbing. We're hopefully to get more awards and more fun things, more accolades, all that good stuff. But ultimately, let's go chase a title, whether it's BMF or undisputed. That's the ultimate goal, and everybody's welcome to join, and hopefully we can have some good fights on the way.
Orale. Thanks for the time, Steve. Take care, man.
All right, you guys take care. Thank you guys.